Hey everyone, we are back with another episode of Backstage Pass live. Thank you. I have tonight DJ Kristin and DJ Sam with me. Thank you all for joining us and tuning in. Thanks. Give everybody a hello.
What's going on, everybody?
As always, you guys can leave us comments and ask them your questions. I am going to start tonight with DJ Sam, and then I will get to Kristin next. So we are already having everybody tune in. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to put Kristin backstage, and we will see you in about 15 minutes. Okay, Sam, are you ready for me to pick your brain?
Let's go.
Okay, perfect. What is your favorite part of the wedding day?
So I'd say my favorite part, there's two parts actually. When the bride and groom get first look at their room, you could just see like in their face, they're ready to go. They're so happy. Most of the stress at that point is over. Like I said, they're ready to party. And then my second favorite part would be if you would do like a grand intro right into first dance, because everybody's just on the dance floor. You feel the energy, the love. It's just, I love it. It's probably one of my favorite parts.
Oh, the grand entrance is a good moment. I feel like even as the couple, that was like the most high energy moment of like my night, was walking into the reception room.
Absolutely. Like I said, you feel all the love, you feel the energy from every guest. So it's just I don't know. It's one of my favorite parts.
That's awesome. Okay. What was the first CD you ever bought?
Explicitly Infinite by Eminem. And non-explicit was In Sync.
Yeah. So In Sync and Eminem, those are two pretty opposite ends of the spectrum, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Mom, for buying me that at like 4 to 6, somewhere in there. But she's a huge Eminem fan, so that's all that matters. I got her to like hip hop.
I love Eminem. I listened to Eminem probably, I was far too young to be listening to Eminem.
Very too young, but he's a GOAT. He's the go-to for hip hop.
I love it. Okay, what is your favorite add-on that we offer between uplights, photo booth, party mode, cloud, CO2 cannon? Which one's your fave?
Oh man, they all like. I mean, if you have the money, I would say all enhancements. It's like it just really makes it fun. But if you had to choose one and one only, it would be uplights, because you can go from a room like, even, I mean, it's bright where I am, but you can go in a room that looks like this. Let's see, that has absolutely nothing. It's boring. It's plain. Or you could have a room that looks like this, and your picture is just the whole like atmosphere. It changes. Like you go from like 100 to like 500 right away. Like.
Yeah, I need to put some uplights in my office. I need to get some in here. I like that you just did that as like a cool before and after.
Yeah, just because people don't really see like the different, like you can, but people don't think about it. And like, I know a lot of venues offer uplighting, but it's not the same as what we can do. Like we could control it where it goes to party mode, so it changes, or, you can just have it at a venue where they press a button and it's just everywhere all night.
Yeah, it's like that one add-on that's like almost sometimes a non-negotiable. Like you need it in some venue.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm excited to hear your answer to this question. Why did you want to become a DJ?
Truthfully, he's not by blood. I don't have any blood siblings, but he is my big brother. He was a DJ, and I just want to be like him growing up. So I just followed in his footsteps. But my career kept going, and he chose something completely different.
So you were inspired by somebody else, and then he left that path and you stayed on it.
Yeah, he kind of, high school, the whole nine, then he just kind of grew up. So left DJing behind, but I got all his stuff, all the speakers, all the equipment. So thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
That worked out. Okay, what is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
For 2019, honestly, was line dances and hip hop. A lot of people didn't want that in 2019, but hopefully the line dances stays the same, but hip hop, we can get back to at least like 90s hip hop, early 2000s.
Yeah. So were they going for more like country? It was like no hip hop, like all like country. Were they like into rock and roll? Like what was it?
Basically everything else. Like Yeah by Usher was like the most hip hop we can go. So, I've had I've had some clients where even Yeah by Usher was like, yeah, we don't even want that. So you stick to like, pure pop, top 40,
Yeah.
maybe like rock, like basically everything and anything else but.
Interesting to hear that like maybe the trends change like year to year, different genres become more popular and not. That's cool.
I mean, I know definitely new hip hop is not a wave. Like it is not to be played at weddings at all.
That's interesting. Okay, so what do you like to do when you're not DJing?
Honestly, when I'm not DJing, I'm still in my studio DJing, or I'll be like just hanging out with my fiance, my pups, watching Netflix, Hulu, just kind of relaxing, enjoying life.
Yeah. So when you're not DJing, you're still DJing?
Yeah, pretty much. I love it. I love it. I can't stop.
You're thinking of new crates and new playlists and
all the time. That's what I've been doing. I mean, Corona locked us down, so I've been just making a ton of mixes, tons of edits, just making useful time. That's all.
That's awesome. Okay, what are some of your favorite venues to work at?
Oh man, Bella Colina, because it was amazing. It was a lot of fun just to figure out where I was going, and it was gorgeous. I got to work with Kristin there, and it was beautiful, the whole venue. And then if you want like that rustic barn, like outdoorsy, I would say, I think it was called Ever After Blueberry Farms. I think that was the name of it.
Yes.
That like rustic feel was gorgeous.
Yes, we love it there. There's Blueberry Farm and Peach, and they're both so pretty.
I want to, I mean, I like blueberries, so I think I'll stay over there.
I love it. Okay, so you have a long history of being in the DJ world. Tell us how you got started and then how you ended up with RDJ Rocks.
So 2001, like I said, my big brother, 2001, and also Darude, the song Sandstorm. Those were like the two things that had me going. I don't know why to this day, Sandstorm is like, it just gets me going. And then how I came to Our DJ Rocks, it's a little bit of a story. So months and months ago, I hit you guys with a DM saying, I love what you guys do. I love how it's all females, and nothing came about from it. So then one day I went to Tommy's and I met Jordan Marshall from Explosive, and him and I go back a long time. Since I was 12 years old, he was my camp counselor. Like, I've known him for more than half my life. So we were just talking, and somehow Our DJ Rocks came up, and I was like, dude, like I hit him up, never really heard back. So right away, he's like, let me make a phone call. So he called Kristin. She didn't answer. It was like 1 a.m. So then the next day, he was like, yo, just hit him up, drop my name. I don't care. Like, do what you got to do. I was like, all right, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. So that's what I did. And then here I am. That's how I got there.
That's awesome.
All the power of social media and DMs.
And I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people maybe don't even realize this, but our owner, Kristin, is connected to a lot of DJs all around the country. I mean, she has a network of people that, give us advice. She gives them advice. We collaborate. So that's cool that all the way from Jersey, you ended up partner with us.
Yeah, it's literally in this field, it's all about connections and building strong connections and keeping, positive vibes towards each other. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Like, a lot of people here, they burn bridges, but that's not the wave. That's not the way you want to be. You want to, like I said, be helpful, help each other. That's what we're all here for. We all have the same career. Why not? Why fight it? Work together.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you for letting me pick your brain.
Absolutely.
We have a bunch of people. This person is saying that he taught you everything. So
that's my little brother. Oh, man.
If anybody has any questions, continue to drop them in the comments. I'm going to bring in Kristin, but if you still have questions for Sam, she'll join us back at the end. So Kristin, what up, girl? Thank you, Sam.
What up?
How's it going? Did you enjoy watching Sam answer all the questions? I saw you were in the feed commenting.
I love it. And did you also see me backstage? I was like, yes.
Yes. Okay, so are you ready for me to pick your brain?
I don't know. I'm really nervous. Actually, my heart's pounding.
Mine too. Okay, great. What is your favorite part of the wedding day?
Ooh. Okay. Well, I have lots of favorite parts, but I would have to say when I'm DJing a ceremony and everyone's already gotten down the aisle, and you're waiting for, you know, the bride or the significant other, and the song starts and they start to walk and the music's playing and everybody starts to stand, and I might get teary-eyed because at that moment you see the excitement all the way down the aisle, and then I always like look to the other side to see the reaction of the other half at the altar, and it is just it literally is the moment that the couples wait for, and just to be on the sidelines to experience that is like, oh my god, now I can't wait to create the party on that moment right there. So I would definitely have to say, looking at how they're looking at each other when they're walking down the aisle.
Oh man, I just got like chills. Got chills. That was one of my most vivid memories. Definitely like the doors opening.
Yes.
And like, everybody kind of thinks about the reception room reveal, but I don't think I had really seen too much of the ceremony room either. So it was like doors open. It's a big moment.
I mean, it is. And I almost feel like, and I remember my walk down the aisle too. And I always share with my couples that like, for me, and I assume this is everybody, is like when those doors open or when it's time, you get tunnel vision, right? As the one walking. I don't remember anybody who was sitting on the left and the right. All I saw was his face. And then that connection that's however many feet away is just like, it's electric. And I think that if you place yourself in the moment at the wedding, everybody can feel it. And I think it's the reason why everyone is there. And so it just makes every other moment after that just so much more fulfilling, I guess maybe is the right word.
Yeah. Yeah. Natalie says she cried the whole way down the aisle. I didn't cry. Neither did my husband. We were not criers though. It was like, I always tell him, he's like, I feel bad I didn't cry. And I was like, I'm not surprised.
But you guys were excited about it. It was a different type of electricity, and that's fine. Yeah. Like, you don't have to cry. Sometimes there's tears. Sometimes you can just see the facial expressions where there's just pride, or it's, oh my God, I can't believe that, like, they're that beautiful, or I don't know. I think of so many. I almost think of the conversations that they're having when that's happening, because I watch the facial expressions.
Yeah,
that was way deep. That was way deep.
That was super deep. Ooh, okay. This next question is not so deep.
Okay.
What is the first CD you ever bought?
You Got the Right Stuff, baby. Okay, New Kids on the Block, I think, but I'm just gonna like. It was a cassette tape. It wasn't a CD. I was very young. Jesse, there are things called cassette tapes. But no. So that was the first concert I ever went to. I think I was 4 years old. And so that was a cassette tape. And then when I was able to buy CDs, I think I bought like 3 at one time. And I bought TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool and the Green Day CD.
My fave.
So can you tell, like, my taste is all over the place?
All over the place.
Yes.
All over the place. Rebecca says, I'm getting married in October and I'm getting excited, nervous, anxious.
Yes, that's all those things.
Right. Excited, nervous, anxious.
Yes, that's all one word.
Okay, what is your favorite add-on that we offer between uplights, photo booth, party mode, cloud, CO2, snow?
Okay, so I'm going to go party mode. Because I feel like you can start the room off with like complimentary vibes to like your design style with uplighting, whether that be like a vibrant blue or pink, or whether you're into more like neutrals like a champagne or a white. But then like once dinner's over and your formalities, when you've had those moments, you can switch to party mode, and it encompasses the whole room. Every single light in that entire room start bouncing to the beat of the music, and in a non-obtrusive, non-obnoxious way, because I'm very much like, I don't want to be obnoxious. I'm behind the DJ booth. I am not in the forefront. I just think that it really does bring in all the senses. Like, you hear the music and you're seeing people dance, and now you've got the uplights. So it's like bringing everything together.
Yeah. And I feel like we get a lot of couples that are like, okay, I want my wedding. You know, you start off with those pretty colors. You're like, this is my vision. And then I just want to throw down.
Yes.
And then that's where the party mode comes into play.
Yes.
Can I just say, I love rattling off all of our different add-ons. I know that uplights are amazing, but I think I would want to throw down with the CO2 cannon. If I could go back and add something to my wedding day, I mean, I'm going to get uplights, but also the CO2 cannon. I want to fire that thing up.
You for sure. I mean, you also had glitter confetti. So, I mean, that was amazing.
It really was. Okay, Kristin, why did you want to become a DJ?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So in order to answer this question, can I actually tell a story?
Yes.
Okay. So when a good friend of mine was like, hey, I'm going out DJing. Do you want to just go help me? I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I had nothing better to do on a Saturday, which to me sounds crazy now. And so he had asked the guy that he was working for, hey, can Kristin go with me just to be like roadie? I don't know why he said yes, but he did. And so they told me the clothes to wear. And so I roadied with this guy, and he had lined up the bridal party, and it was time to do introductions. And I remember this vividly. There were blue uplights in the room, probably about 300 people. Centerpieces were, I would say, at least a foot or 2 feet tall with like draping flowers everywhere. So I'm a visual person. And so automatically I was like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And then all of a sudden, like, he gets on the microphone to do the introductions, and like the couple is coming into the room. Everyone is on their feet, and for the very first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. And then I'm like, and then for the rest of the night, people were just celebrating and dancing, and I was like, oh, I need this in my life. Like, I need this. I feel like so many times, like, we take for granted some of the work that we have to do. And so, you know, when I asked him, I'm like, wait, so you're getting paid for this? This isn't something you do for free. Like,
this isn't just fun. It's also like, you're also making money.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is like charity work, right? Like, I don't really know. But and then ever since that moment, I'm like, I want to be a part of this. I will never forget that very first day. And so I think every single time I go in to do a wedding, I'm like, I'm the one that I get to create those moments, and I get to create things that people are going to remember 50 years from now. And, you know, I'm going to tear up because you get into the moments where like you could play a throwback jam. I'm literally going to cry right now. What? And it will.
This is an emotional episode. What's going on?
I can't. It'll take them back to a certain moment in time, or you create new moments for them to remember forever. Like, there was this quote I saw on Instagram. I'm obsessed with Instagram quotes, but it said something about like music really is a rhythm, and it plays on your heartbeat or something. I don't really know, but we can probably post it later for you guys. But it really does. It goes here, and then you don't ever forget it. So creating moments like that with music it's literally my purpose in life.
I wish I had known you were going to tell that story so we could like flash to that picture of you in the music note vest with like in the old school days.
Stop.
So you're going to have to put that in your Instagram story later. Follow at me, Kristin, so we can relive what she used to wear when she first started DJing. I mean, how many years ago was the vest?
I think like 12 years ago.
We're going to have to make that circulate again. Okay, let's see. My next question for you. What is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
Oh, that's a good one. So I feel like the most common do not play song is one of two things. Either they are completely over the line dances, like the cha-cha slide and electric slide, which I don't need a dance floor to pack those. Or it's something totally obscure, which I'm like, okay, cool. Don't know why I don't like that, but no problem. Or it's the third thing. It's they just don't want anything that they've already heard at the last 6 weddings they've been to in the last year. So that could be because, it's a quote unquote, it goes on that wedding classic list like Sweet Caroline or Don't Stop Believin', or it's just something that's 100% current and just overplayed right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that you said the obscure thing. Like it's something that's that just really specifically is obscure. And you're like, I wasn't probably going to play that anyways. That was probably my list. My list was really weird. You were like, I don't think we were going to throw down to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. What do you like to do when you are not DJing?
Ooh. Okay. So when I'm not DJing,
not running the business.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So if it has absolutely nothing to do with DJing, music, creating playlists, doing Spotify, I love to go outdoors with my husband. We actually do this thing where we call it mudding, and we go out on our ATVs and our side-by-sides, and we play all of our fun favorite music. We hang out with our friends, and we just go riding. Sometimes we'll take our really bougie RV because I go camping, but like I have to take showers and blow dry my hair, so it's like glamping. So I also enjoy doing that too.
That's awesome. That sounds relaxing. I know that we're all like chilling right now, but I would love to be chilling like by some water.
Same.
Okay, what are some of your favorite venues to work at?
Oh my God, this is the hardest question ever. So I feel like my favorite venues to work at, actually, okay, let's answer this in a couple different ways. I love to work at places I've never been before because it gives me a unique experience or perspective. I think that most importantly, when the venue fits the couple's vision perfectly, that's what I love, because then I understand what vibe they're trying to create and what they're wanting for their celebration. I think that most importantly, some of my favorite personal venues, only because of their high level of relationship services with our clients and also their integrity. And I know that they're always going to be taken care of above and beyond, are probably places like Casa Feliz in Winter Park, the Four Seasons out in Orlando. We have 1902 in Sanford, which is a really great venue. It's privately owned. Those ladies are amazing to work with and so accommodating. We've got Cypress Grove and Luxmore, which are super kind of like that estate type feel. And I love the vibe that they bring. Mission Inn, I love working there because they have so many different areas depending on your vision. I could literally go on and on. I love Paradise Cove because it's one of the only venues in our area that gives the vibe of like that outdoor beach kind of feel. And you can't get that unless you're at the beach. I love Bella Collina because it feels like you're in Italy. And then of course, places like Howie Mansion. I mean, literally the list could go on. So if you want all the lists, just email us.
I mean, it's true. I mean, after like, especially you, like after 10 years of being in the business, you've been everywhere and you know everyone. And I mean, everyone you just said on that list. And the good news about Orlando is that they're all so willing to partner with us and like refer us new couples that are always amazing to work with. So it makes sense that your list is long.
Well, and I think too, like when we are, especially when we've been to a venue we worked at before, I really understand kind of like the nooks of it, right? Like I know that there are certain venues that it doesn't make sense to do the cake cutting right after dinner. So I can recommend that to our couples so that they have a better flow of events so that they can get to all the formalities they're wanting to do. So I think that most importantly, like it comes down to like what fits your vibe, but then who's great to work with. And of course, have we been there before too? So
yeah, that's awesome. Okay. This is my last question for you and probably the hardest one. You already kind of went into like how you started, how our DJ Rock started and how you became a DJ. And I'm not going to ask you too much more about that. And right now we're trying to be in a time where we're trying to get excited about the future. So I'm going to ask you a really hard question.
Oh, man.
2020 was the year that we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary of our DJ Rocks. We're launching Love Lead Excel. We're really focusing in on the past 10 years and how we're going to keep propelling and loving what we do, leading by example, excelling at everything for all of our clients. Where do you see our DJ Rocks at our 20-year anniversary?
Jessie.
Okay, FYI, she does a lot of interviews, and so it's really hard to pick questions that she hasn't already answered before. So this is me stumping her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, honestly, the sky is the limit. What I will probably say is 10 years ago.
She's crying already.
I know. I never would have imagined that we would be here, knowing that I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with my husband and my stepdaughters and equipment under the bed, and it was just me DJing. And the fact that every day I get to wake up and provide opportunities for the most amazing bomb females ever is just so rewarding to me. So I can't give you numbers. I can't give you statistics, which those of you who know me very well know that that's like my side jam. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to spreadsheets. But what I can say for sure is I want to continue to make sure that in every single moment, every single day, that all of us continue to love what we do, lead by example, and I say excel, but like slay it all. So, being able to work with even more DJs, whether that be in Orlando and across Florida, whether that be meeting amazing people like Sam, who is in now 3 different coasts now, and to be able to give her an opportunity in Central Florida. And just to be able to create a collective of great females that they know that they can count on me, and I give them an opportunity to do what they do and love it and to be able to make a career.
I love it. And the comments are blowing up. Faith says 20 years. Let's go. Gladys says 20. 10 more years. Let's go. Amazing bomb females. So our team is blowing up the comments right now, agreeing that we're whatever is next in store. And I think the vision changes day to day, even from like 1 minute to the next. We always have so many ideas.
Yes. We just have to rein our own selves in.
I know. But also like 20 years.
Yeah. But also like not rein ourselves in, like cultivate these crazy things we're thinking all the time.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to bring Sam back in, and then you guys can start dropping questions for Sam and Kristin in the comments, and we have a couple minutes to answer them. So Natalie says, what is your favorite playlist you both have going right now? Let's start with Sam. What are you listening to right now?
Oh, God. I don't even know. I kind of made this playlist because I had like friends over for my birthday, and it's called Birthday Playlist, and I kind of just like have a little bit of everything in there, like old school, like Dear Maria, Boys Like Girls, to like Eminem, to Red Hot Chili Peppers, to the Don't Rush Challenge song. Like it's everything is in this playlist. Like, so it's kind of just like a little bit of everything.
Well, I need you to share that playlist with me, but I need you to take the Red Hot Chili Peppers out. Nobody get offended. It's just my one do not play.
No, it's all good. There's only like 2 of those in there. Don't worry.
It's like she has a random vendetta against Red Hot Chili Peppers. No one has ever been able to explain it. So
no one understands it. I don't understand it. It's just.
What about Nickelback? Everybody hates on them. Honestly,
I would rather listen to Nickelback. I would rather listen to Nickelback. I don't know what it is. Kristin can't handle it. Okay, Kristin, what are you listening to right now?
Well, so I am the chick who has Spotify playlists for every mood, every season, every type of event, and everything I'm doing. But I'm like going back to my early 2000s. Like before we got on this, I was like, all right, got to get myself pumped up. And like, I put on Young Jock. It's going down. Sometimes, one of my favorites right now is Lose It by Medusa. I love that for whatever reason. I just feel those vibes. But with all of those songs, I'm actually collecting like a 2020 Kristin's go-to playlist on Spotify because I just keep finding all this new music that I really enjoy. From EDM to ratchet to country and everything in between.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested, actually, another answer to this question is that we actually just added a playlist for every DJ on our team to our Spotify. We had them each go and make a mixtape of, obviously they all know all music, but these are their top faves of like what's in their Spotify recently played. So you can like go jam to what they're jamming to, which is pretty fun. Faith asked, what is your perfect entrance song? Kristin.
That's a great question. What about that one song? Dang, I can't think of the name of it right now.
I've already thought of for you.
Sam, help me out. Okay, let's go down the road here.
Do this.
It's the hip hop song. I think they used it in basketball.
Pump Up the Jam?
No, but that's a good entrance song.
I was like, if Sam guesses this correctly, like she's taking
I'm
hard right now.
I'm singing it in my head right now.
Sing it to me.
Well, no, I can't because it's a weird tone. I don't know where they even made it up from.
It's okay. Just tell me the words.
Jenny says, bring them out.
Yeah, Jenny said it. Bring them out by T.I. Thank you, Jenny.
There we go.
You would think I'm a DJ, but
Jenny says the Space Jam song.
Thank you, Jenny.
Okay, Sam, what is your perfect entrance song?
I'm going to go with Rihanna, We Found Love.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with that.
That's a good one. Mine is always going to be Everything is Awesome from the Lego Movie, in case anyone was wondering what mine is.
That one was really awesome.
Let's see. What was your absolute top favorite party?
What was my top favorite party? Oh my God, I know what my top favorite party was. It actually just happened. It was at
already
Atlanta,
ended, so.
And the theme was Te Quiero, and it was 100% Latin and reggaeton and hip hop, and they, regardless of how I mean, they didn't stop all night long. It was so fun.
So you're saying your favorite party wasn't mine?
No.
Brides everywhere are devastated, for the record.
Listen,
Oh,
Linda.
man.
Listen.
It's okay.
That's just on the top of my head, okay?
Mine was the favorite party that we've been looking at their pictures a lot lately because that was an amazing wedding. That's why. I think every party that we throw is our favorite party. But Sam, what's your favorite party?
I don't even know. I don't know. There were, honestly, 2019 had some bangers, man. Like, there were some where it was like, wow, like, can you please, like, keep it going for another hour, maybe hour and a half? Like, I had a lot of those. I can't think of an absolute favorite. I know I did a lot of my friends this year. My man Becerra from Norwich, my best friend's sister, like, you know, I covered a lot. My man Johnny that I used to work with. So I think those parties were my favorite just because it was more like a touch of home at the same time. So I'm gonna go with those. But all in all, it was fun.
I have another moment that I vividly remember. I think it was in 2019, and it didn't have anything to do with like the height of the dance floor, but it was in the most intimate moment ever. And the bride was pregnant, and they did not tell the family yet because they wanted it to be a surprise. And the first dance song that they chose was okay, give me a minute because I'm not pulling up songs today, but I think it was a
country song.
Yeah, I think it was a Tim McGraw song.
Yeah.
And the second verse had something to do with the lyrics of "I never thought I would love you more than today," or "holding my baby," or something. Give me a minute, I could pull the lyrics. And again, no one knew this, but he mouthed those lyrics to her, and instead of like embracing around her, he moved his hand to her belly And what was so awesome about that moment is it still was one that they kept together. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until the end of the wedding reception where they had dedicated a song to their baby girl that people were like, oh my God, she's pregnant. So it was really, 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 really special. The fact that they were blending two families together and then the start of a new one already right there, you know?
It said, what is it? My baby girl.
Or my little girl. I think it was my
little girl.
By Tim McGraw.
Maybe. I don't know. Or no, I think it was a Brad Paisley song. I don't know.
I think when you are part of somebody's special day, like it's impossible to not like get attached to every single wedding you work.
Yes.
I'm like every bride that I talk to, even doing a consult, like I'm attached. Like I'm like they'll follow us on the RDJ Rocks Instagram, and then like I'm following them back, and then I'm watching them plan their wedding, and then I'm like, Kristin, how was it? Tell me everything. I'm like, what did it look like? Show me the flowers. Like we get attached. Jenny says, my wedding, duh.
Oh, that was actually legit. Like you talk about next level. And for those of you who don't know, we also have a drummer add-on package and a saxophone. And Miss Jenny decided to level her wedding up by having the DJ and drummer package. Another level, folks.
Natalie says, Jesse, I can't believe this. Natalie also had Kristin DJ her wedding, so Jenny figured it out. The World by Brad Paisley.
I don't know. I might have to go look back in the system.
Oh man, stay tuned, guys. That's okay. Well, I think that's all the questions we have for tonight. Thanks for giving us chills like 6 different times and making us cry a few times. You guys were amazing. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. We will be back next week for another episode of Backstage Pass. You can stay connected with us on Instagram at RDJ Rocks. Visit our website, rdjrocks.com. Next week's episode of Backstage Pass will be a really good one. So make sure you're following us on Facebook, turn notifications on so you don't miss anything. And we will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.